Hi guys, welcome back again to Soluminating, where we talk to the iBase-t and Solumina experts. I'm joined again today with Thomas Jones. He's our Senior Manager of iBase-t Business Solutions and Consultants. So welcome back, Thomas.
Thank you. Great to be here.
We're going to talk a little further about this solution definition process, and this portion talk about activities for solution validation. And we're curious. I'm curious about what are user stories, right? When you refer to that, what are you talking about?
Great question. Yeah, it's something that I think everybody has heard of, and some folks have one definition, some folks have another definition. The way I like to think of it is really a very natural language, informal way of looking at a piece of functionality, a small piece of functionality from a user standpoint. It's typically written in the exact same way. So as a shop floor mechanic, I want to perform a data collect so that I know my values are recorded. So again, really simple, informal, and you know who's doing it and what the expected outcome is.
So it sounds like you and your team are experienced in these user stories. You're going to see kind of consistent across the industries that we serve and the customers that we serve. It's going to be probably consistent user stories, right? To be able to leverage.
Absolutely. We have honed our skills. I know some of us have well over 20 years of experience writing user stories. We are definitely masters of our craft.
Yeah, that's why customers seek us out, for the expertise that we apply complex manufacturing, right? And we talked a little bit about a sprint. What's a sprint? What's a sprint in your perspective and your team?
Yeah, in our context, especially during an implementation, a sprint is following our solution definition. So we now have our process map. We have our user stories defined on our process map. A sprint is usually 2 to 3 weeks, and it's an amount of work. And it's, again, based on the number of user stories that we think we can complete or get done within that time frame. And from our perspective, from the iBase-t perspective, we like to use our sprints to actually teach our customers how to use Solumina. So we refer back to our process map, and we pick a group of user stories from our release plan, which again, we defined in the previous phase. And at the beginning of the day, our iBase-t BSC or TSC performs those user stories. We show our customers, okay, here we are on our process map. We're going to complete this set of user stories. We do that for the first half of the day. Everybody goes, we have a nice lunch, and the second half of the day, we turn it over to our customers, to our super users, and we say, okay, you go through and execute these stories. And we continue that iterative process, that sprint-based process, until all of our user stories are complete. So again, it's a really great way of tying in our process map and our predefined user stories and helping our customers go through their own process by way of the user stories.
So you're identifying user stories, taking people through this sprint process, taking super users through and putting them through use cases and sprint. So what about training? What about the need for training for these super users to be able to leverage what you guys are creating, what you're bringing together? There's got to be activity around that.
There is, and training can be defined in several different ways. We'll talk really quickly about UAT. About our super users. And these are the folks that are really going to go out to the shop floor to teach folks how to use Solumina, right?
Yeah.
So what we want to do as iBase-t is ensure that these folks have all the necessary information that they possibly can. So again, you're going to hear me refer back to our process map and our user stories. We want our super users to be comfortable essentially walking through the exact same process that we took them through. And again, there are 2 ways of doing this. You can do it from a programmatic area, or you can do it based on a day in the life. My personal preference is a day in the life. You can get a group of shop floor mechanics in a room and say, okay, here is everything you need to know. And we walk them through their process so they recognize what they do today, and they go through and they execute those user stories. So again, iBase-t is going to train our super users. A lot of that takes place while they're walking through user stories. We're going to provide them with as much material as we possibly can, and then be there to support those super users as they walk through everything with all the users on the shop floor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds like you guys have it down pat for sure. The process.
We do.
And, well, considering our customers deal with some of the most complex, processes and manufacturing there is on the planet, right? It's ultra important to be able to help these guys, help customers out, walk them through this process and be aligned, right? So there's success on the end.
Definitely. Yeah, and we're always available to help. We typically let our super users guide their own shop floor users through UAT, but we are always there to help out, answer questions, and make sure everything goes very smoothly.
Excellent. Great. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us again, Thomas. And I'm
pleasure.
sure we'll have you on another time. We'll go a little deeper.
Sounds good. I look forward to it.
Great. Okay. Thanks.
Take care.